everybody, and welcome to Animaybe, brought to you by the Tuesday Club and sponsored by Zagat.
The restaurant rating service?
Yeah,
All right. Damn, we finally got our first big sponsor.
that's not true at all.
We made it, Eric.
Zagat doesn't rate restaurants.
Sure they do. How you doing, Eric?
Doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good myself. I've been actually, recently I've been showing my wife Neon Genesis Evangelion for the first time.
Well, that's a choice you made.
She's actually enjoying it so far, but we just got to the episode where it's like the Magi get infiltrated by like basically the biocomputer angel. It's like episode I think like 10 or 12. So
All
we
right.
haven't really hit the fan yet.
Well, let's not spoil Neon Genesis Evangelion for everybody who hasn't watched it on Netflix yet.
But anyways, Eric, I see you over there with the hat.
I have hat one. Shall we begin?
We shall. Give me that card. Actually, two, I guess.
I got 2 cards. Let's see how we do. Okay. Hey, we haven't seen this one yet.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm going to read these in reverse order because the first one made me real excited and the second one really just brought it home. Okay. Superpowers.
God damn it.
Death Game.
What?
Yeah, we hadn't drawn this one yet.
Okay. A super-powered death game?
Sir, we lived this on the internet for a while.
Yes,
And we're not going to talk about that in any kind of specifics.
Oh my god.
So let's not do
middle
that.
School times.
No, it's not dark. Not even middle
dark.
school. It's like 2006 on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway,
So it's like My Hero Academia meets Battle Royale.
yeah, or that Zodiac show
Zodiac show.
where the 12 Zodiac animals are people that are murderers and they're killing each other. I haven't watched
Fruits
it either.
Basket?
No.
Oh, okay.
You got some Hat 2 stuff. Let's take 3 of those. Do you want to do 3
We got three. We got 3 of these. Let's see.
before the heat rage takes us?
We got a slapstick villain team.
Oh,
That's
okay.
new.
Again, we're getting cards we haven't seen before. I'm glad I shuffled them up and refolded a bunch.
A Death Seeker in the main cast.
Ooh, that's cool.
But there's a traitor.
These work together pretty well.
Honestly, we got some synergy going on.
Damn, I didn't think the first time we got Death Game it would be like this. I was hoping it would be like an everyday life and Death Game.
Harem death game.
Stefan has some thoughts on that.
A harem death game?
Yeah, I don't want to.
Stefan's weird.
No, Stefan had this thing and he told it to me and I was like, that's really cool actually. But like,
Is this a real show?
no, it's a thing he came
Just
up
an
with.
idea.
Yeah, I don't want to give away his writing ideas. But he had an
His
idea.
thesis.
He had an idea that had involved sort of a harem death game, and it's very interesting.
Huh. We gotta have Stefan back. Anyways, though,
I told him that.
That's for another time.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So we got Superpowers and Death Game.
Super tired death game with a slapstick villain team.
So we've got
a Death Seeker in main cast means there's someone that just wants to die.
it's usually like a person who's been like alive for a long time, where they're super powerful. So they're just like,
They're ready.
I sure hope I could find someone strong enough to kill me.
Okay. And there's also a traitor.
A traitor.
So superpowered death game. So who takes what is this death game between? Like who are our competitors? Are they like rival schools? Are they like who just randos off the street? They got drugged like in fucking 999?
How would you feel about like a blood sport type thing? Like they're not from like a school, but they're like,
Oh, it's Hunger Games. You mean like they're just like they're selected.
well, I mean, not necessarily that.
They're selected as tribute.
I mean, it could be that, but this is fairly similar to the.
And our main character looks
In a
like
gen- in
the
a-
main character that GGO is the series.
In a general sense, this is kind of Dead Man Wonderland.
Well, it's a good thing I haven't seen that.
You should really
I know.
experience Dead Man Wonderland in some form.
You've been telling me that for a while too. Maybe I should actually get on that because pretty much everything you tell me to watch, I end up liking.
Yeah, it's almost like I only recommend things I think people will like.
It's almost like that.
It's almost like that. I've never been like, hey, you know what you would like? Terraform Mars. I was like, hey, this is stupid. Look at this.
You've told me to watch that, and
Yeah, but not because I thought you'd like it. I
Okay.
was up front.
Fair enough. Okay, so like if we're doing like
Well,
like that, Who? What are they being selected from? Like, is it like maybe all the schools across Japan or something?
You want to do like a Danganronpa where like the top representative of each school is being is been
That's
put
not
in the death
exactly
game.
Danganronpa, but yeah, that's good.
The
I think
elites.
it was just like the best baseball player, the best Yankee, the best whatever. But yeah, like what?
I am the ultimate Fujoshi. Jack the Ripper.
Yep, that happened.
I know.
Spoiler alert for Danganronpa 1.
Hey man, I haven't even played or watched any of it.
And I guess Ultra Despair Girls.
It's just a superpower I have. I wasn't even gonna go with school, but yeah.
Okay, well,
I just
I'm just trying to figure out just because like my mind obviously when you hear Death Game for me, I instantly think of Battle Royale and that was schools.
No, we could do schools.
Okay. Well, it just so what else were you thinking of?
Oh, I don't know. My brain went to like a super like Zack Snydery version of Tiger and Bunny.
Okay, go on.
Like it's just actual like disgraced superheroes or super villains depending, and they're just in like a domed city.
So it's kind of like what was that? What's that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? The Running Man.
I guess.
It's kind of like the Running Man but with superpowers.
Sure.
I mean, it's just like dystopian future, but like the superpowers have been a thing for a while. There's like these like old like maybe like retired superheroes that like basically just get captured, and then like by maybe villains are kind of in the ones in power now, and then
I'm trying really hard to not make a bunch of very specific jokes to just the two of us in this room and 40 people on the internet. But I think we could, if we really wanted to be bankrupt, we could just do that and act like it was an original idea. Do you have a preference for school or?
I'm fine with honestly kind of with either. Yours is like a little darker, which kind of sounds a little more interesting, especially since that kind of works a little more with like the genres that the modifiers I got.
Except for the slapstick villains.
Well, the villains could be like because they're in power, they could be kind of like almost like Mad Max villains, where they're just like there's so many of them, they're so overconfident that they're just like you're all gonna die.
So we could do that. We've established that there's teams based on the cards we have.
Yeah.
So they're getting dropped in and forming small groups.
Yeah.
And someone on the main group, on the main team's group, or someone in the main cast, because I'm figuring there are not that many named people in it. They want to die.
Okay.
Do we want them to be like a?
All right. Before we get too far, should we get the whiteboard?
Nah.
No. You think we can keep track of this?
I think we'll be all right.
Okay.
I guess we should probably start by saying how many people are on the team.
We should keep it small. Like maybe be
like 3 or
because
4.
they want to keep maybe like because they're dropped into this like this dome sort of thing like this Running Man sort of thing.
Well, I
kind of like that.
It could have also just been like, oh
So-
look, it's Fortnite fog, but
Well, here like if it's kind of like I said, not to keep pulling out the Running Man card, but that kind of worked for that because it was literally a game show. Mm-hmm. Like if you played Smash TV is the Running Man, like
right.
the old arcade game.
Or this could just be cell damage without the cards.
Yeah.
So Cinder, right?
Small teams, maybe like they decided to do like maybe 3 or 4 just because like it's too if any more it's easy to get spotted or whatever.
Right, and you could only have only so many people can win, even if you're.
Do they all have bombs strapped to their necks?
This isn't Batum, dude.
Well, it's a death game. Like that's usually like a thing for that.
Isn't it? I would have gone with more of a just like the doors don't open until there's this many people left alive.
So the Fortnite thing.
Well,
or not the Fortnite thing. The PUBG thing. I guess I don't know how Fortnite works exactly.
That's kind of how Batum works. You have to collect.
I still haven't watched Batum.
You have to collect 8 crystals, counting the one that's in your body, and you can only get a crystal by killing someone.
Oh.
Or finding killing someone who had a bunch of crystals and taking all theirs. And there's enough people on the island that like 4 people can get off.
So is Batum essentially just Battle Royale or PUBG, the anime? With like that element added to it?
It's Battle Royale where everyone has grenades. And that's the only weapon is grenades. Grenades, or you could sharpen a stick. And there's like different kinds of grenades.
Is this on Crunchyroll?
Yeah.
I need to watch this.
Like, it's pretty good. it's pretty edgy at the same time.
Whatever.
Par for the course.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we don't have to be edgy because we didn't draw the edgy card, but I immediately brought up Zack Snyder, so that's on me.
Oh
I guess.
yeah. Well, that's why I was like, no, what, we can go for grimdark in a different way. When that's why I
Right.
brought up Running Man.
So we'll just have the pillows do the soundtrack. God, would the pillows do the soundtrack of a show like that? Probably not.
You never know.
Okay, so we got a team of 4 people.
What are their powers?
Exactly. But do you want to do the COS angle with it, of just like the weirdest fucking powers in the world that it could be?
Well, if we do it like that, and then like we can see like all the like the fucking normies getting picked off later on, like throughout the show.
I think it would be interesting if a bunch of the people that have like the good standard powers are some of the first people that get taken out because everyone already understands how those work.
Yeah, like
so you can
All
counter
Might
'em.
gets fucking sniped.
All Might gets fucking sniped because you can't flex on a bullet if you don't know it's coming. Or they have some like real stank powers like the movie Sky High. not to blow up a certain person's spot, but
A certain person that you and I know.
yeah, just like real Sky High powers. Like, look, I can melt.
For those of you at home, he's not referring. I know we talked about Tiger and Bunny earlier. Not that Sky High. We're talking about like what is it? The Disney movie Sky High?
Yeah, I think it's Disney.
Yeah, I think it was a Disney movie Sky High from like 2004.
It's got Bruce Campbell in it. No one remembers.
I've never even seen the movie.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell's the gym teacher. His power is to talk loud.
So he's me.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
I'm him.
All right. Hey. It's got Broken Lizard people in it, too.
Broken lizard people?
The comedy troupe Broken Lizard, the guys who did Super Troopers.
Huh.
Yeah. Slam and Salmon. I'm gonna...
So one of the people on our team, maybe their ability, you said like their ability is to melt.
Oh,
Maybe they're our Death Seeker.
That was a joke, but yeah, okay.
I like how the idea of having non-standard powers for our main team. Like what we said with like All Might getting sniped. Like he's like one of like the first people to go because everyone understands how like if you have your
How
run
being
fast
big and strong
guy.
works.
Yeah, you have your big strong. You have your guy that can fly and has heat laser eyes. You have your guy that can your Aquaman. I don't know, whatever. Your standard ones, and then those ones all go first because they're so famous, and then whatever.
So what? Pick up weird power then.
One's really good with puppets. He can
I love
control
that.
puppets.
I love that you also had a dumb clown-related power in mind because I was thinking of one too. What if someone had the power to switch the properties of 2 objects that they were touching? Like you could take something made of metal and something that was a balloon and switch the states of them. So the building becomes made of basically a giant balloon, and the balloon animal is basically a giant crowbar made of steel. And you just throw it at them like a projectile dog.
That's actually kind of cool.
Like you could do some dumb stuff with it. Like a car could be coming at you, and you could be holding a water balloon, and you just be like, and the car just explodes in water, and the person in the car just like ragdolls past you.
Oh, so
and then you just brick them with the balloon.
It doesn't just transfer the properties. It like basically almost completely switch.
It completely switches what they are, more or less.
What they are, more or less. Okay, that's a very broken power, but it's fun because of how much you can play with.
But it's so weird. Like, how do you use it?
Yeah. Other than like that, when a car's coming at you and you just happen to be holding a water balloon.
Right. I mean, it's like a JoJo thing. When your power is dumb, you have to plan ahead.
All right.
So he's got a bunch of like balloons on his back tied with strings. He's just switching stuff with helium.
Okay. All right. So I like that. I like that.
It's dumb. I love it.
Yeah.
Guy who can melt. Obviously.
Guy who can melt. Obviously.
I mean, come on. We gotta pick.
Gotta throw him a bone.
Metaslave powers, my dude.
Give me one more COS power.
Oh, don't.
That's why I did a D-Max one.
What's the other good dumb power?
I can't remember anyone else's.
I can remember a bunch of them, but none of them were dumb enough. And the ones that are dumb enough, I don't want to blow them up. What about like a real? I could like dig deep into like Worm for powers from like Worm.
Oh, okay.
Like people who could do stuff like I can control bees, or I have the ability to make dogs turn into werewolves, or similar dumb shit like that, which end up being good powers if used correctly. But
I kind of like the ability to like control small animals or like small creatures.
that gets a little close to being Squirrel Girl, though. What are Squirrel Girl's powers? Doesn't really matter. No one likes Squirrel Girl.
No one likes Squirrel Girl, but she somehow beat Thanos.
It's 'cause she's a Mary Sue. Okay, what if a character...
If she gets her own movie, I fucking quit the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
She quits movies. Al-Qaeda was right.
If she quits movies?
Yeah. That's correct. What if it was like a musical-based power?
Go on.
Like they could do like some Pied Piper shit, like hypnotizing people with a guitar.
But it only works while they're playing music. They have to be continuously playing music. All right, and what, like you said, is it gonna be like a fife, or is it any instrument?
I think it's any instrument. They probably only bring like one or two with them, right?
Okay. What instruments they got?
I'm inclined to say a mandolin, but just to be like the actual like
because that could have been their shtick when they were a hero.
I don't know.
And they could be like kind of go into like the helplessness of that character because like, what do you want me to do? I have a mandolin and like a flute.
Yeah, the end of the flute is sharp and he stabs him in the neck with it.
Oh, they go native.
It is a death game.
Oh.
So far we've picked characters whose powers are all sideshow attractions at a circus.
Well, like you said, those are the ones that are gonna like.
No, but I mean like literally, like they're literally circus attraction type stuff.
And is the world building like behind this kind of like basically what we said earlier? Or just like maybe like bad guys kind of won, and then like we can kind of gloss over.
Or it could just be like good guys and bad guys who are for whatever reasons they're being punished. So they're put into this death game. And it's basically like the best way to execute superheroes is with other people with superpowers. So they just sort of throw them all into like a prison and like a prison city, and they just film what happens.
Okay.
It's fairly macabre, but
and they all have bombs attached to their necks or whatever, and that's why they have to play.
Yep.
I mean, you have to have some like MacGuffin as to why these people don't just like use their superpowers and break out of the prison city.
Well, it could just be that no one has powers that can break them out. Like they don't, like they just shoot the guy who can fly away in the face. They're like, well, you're easy to deal with. Do we have a team now?
I think we have our team.
We have Stinky Diver and Meltman.
I was thinking of Meltman too, with the amazing power to
melt.
Stinky Diver.
I can't remember the name. The Flesh.
Oh, the Flesh.
He's super strong and super naked.
Yeah.
What was the name of the girl?
I was gonna say, what was the girl's name?
One eternity later.
So do we want to jump into our slapstick villains then?
Yes.
Okay. What are some good slapstick villain powers? The ability to make copies of yourself, for sure.
Oh, yeah, because then you have your own team of henchmen.
Right.
I mean, you could just ask that guy from My Hero Academia. He didn't think it was such a great power.
Well.
Twice.
I guess that depends on your own
mental well-being.
Mental well-being. If you can't hang with yourself, then don't be twice.
Eric, would you want to hang with yourself?
I feel like I could get way more done.
That's true.
I could have a conversation with someone as smart as me and be able to get twice as many things done. I'd get almost 1.5 times as many things done.
Loser! You're a loser!
Okay, so who's the other slapstick villain power? It's a villain team, right?
Yeah, it's a villain team. I mean, it could just, like, a team, it could just be like, well, we did say it was kind of like, maybe like world governments or whatever threw them together or whatever.
Well, it could just be an antagonistic team in the death game, like a Team Rocket they're fighting off. They're squaring off with.
I know this is like cliche, but like my mind just keeps on going to like Road Warrior, just like people with like filed down teeth into like razors and like spark plugs on their nipples.
Right, but what's their power?
I don't care. I say it could be fucking like the power to shoot water out of their hands. I just want that aesthetic.
Oh, what if it was like the Midas touch but chrome?
Now you're speaking my language.
And they can't help but being like, witness me.
I say, well, are you kidding me? Like, how many times has anime ripped off or like referenced Mad Max with like something like that?
Fist of the North Star. That everything that was made as a result of Phantasy of the North Star.
Exactly.
So like part 1 of JoJo.
So I'm fine. I'm completely okay with copying that flavor.
So the villain team is one villain makes a copy of himself doing a dumb pose. The other one turns it into chrome and throws it like a dude missile.
Because he's just a big muscle beefcake man.
Right. He's a Humvee that was given human life by a witch. Not literally.
Not literally.
But
he's a man V.
That's his backstory. He was built with a titanium spine.
A chrome spine. It's not very strong.
It's a joke from a band I like.
Oh.
I was built with a titanium spine. It's my backstory. It's a pretty good joke for a mime, am I right?
It's a pretty good joke.
Do we want the villain team to just be those 2 guys, or should there be a third one whose power is like just something stupid, or I don't know, something good?
There should be another one.
All right.
This is the problem with answering that question, because you always look at me just like, all right, what do you want? I'm just like, I don't know what I want.
I mean, I already came up with
else.
2,
Yeah.
so can you give me a third one, maybe?
I came up with the aesthetic for the last guy.
Oh, your contribution was pierce his nipples with spark plugs.
Not pierce nipples with spark plugs, just his nipples are spark plugs.
I failed to see the distinction.
I say, just think of the mutants from, what was it, Dark Knight Returns. If you've read that.
I've watched the movie.
Oh yeah, the head mutant. The one that's like, I'm gonna find the Batman and break his bones.
Well, you really did just describe his design and try to act like it was an original thing.
Oh, no. I wasn't trying to act like it was an original thing. I was copying.
What do you... I don't know. What's a dumb power you like? Or what's a dumb thing you like we could turn into a power?
That is a good power.
And they could just light things on fire. Something real boring.
The one person that has like a very standard power, besides that, like, is on the villain side at least, because all the heroes with normal powers die.
Well, like, there's going to be a person who's indestructible, and they're going to be the person that's hard to beat either way.
I mean, that's going to be our man beef on the villain team. Probably. That's probably going to be his power.
Immortan Joe.
What?
The guy who turns things into chrome?
Oh, that's right. He turns things into chrome. His backstory.
I'll have to show you that later.
It's such a good joke.
Damn it!
I like flame hands.
Just flame hands.
He can only set fire to things he directly touches.
Oh, like it's like in My Hero how Bakugo's sweat is explosive. His sweat is combustible.
Oh yeah, sweat.
So he could like set traps that like he could just be rubbing his hands on stuff and then light it all on fire at once. Like it's a cool trap.
I wasn't thinking of it like that, but that's a lot. That's pretty good.
Sorry, I made it work.
Yeah, good.
It's my bad.
I'll take it.
I'll leave. You can finish on your own. Okay, so this is the episode where we talk mostly about characters and not about setting, because this show would be almost entirely fighting and backstories of how they ended up in the prison city.
Oh yeah, who's our traitor though, and who's our Death Seeker? I assume Meltman wants to die.
Yeah, Meltman for sure wants to die.
And is he our traitor too? Because he's just like he wants to lose so bad. He's just like, we had our time in the sun, man. Like, it's over for us, you know. It's just better to get it over with, man.
That's one way to do it. Alternatively, if there's something poetic about the guy who switches things states, switching to being a villain partway through, I'll leave it to you to decide which one makes a better heel turn.
Balloon Man is definitely
Balloon Man, my favorite villain from Mega Man. What was he from? 8?
That was Clown Man, but yes, he was from 8.
Damn, that was a good guess considering I've never played a Mega Man game other than the EXE ones. I know my power is really scary when I explain it.
I know that you're the depths of your power, but just like I'm surprised that that the only Mega Man games you played were the fucking EXE ones.
I had a Sega.
Okay.
That's a Sega and a Nintendo 64. Neither of those really had a Mega Man game.
And Mega Man Legends on 64.
Don't know what you're talking about. That sounds like made up hearsay. Doesn't sound like Kong 64 to me. Doesn't sound like a game I played.
Doesn't sound like it's a game you stole from someone in high school.
Are you sure you're not thinking of Pokemon Snap?
No, I'm thinking of Pokemon Snap.
Yeah. So do we want to talk at all about the city, or do we want to just move straight to something else?
It's up to honestly. I don't know what else we need. What else we need to build out for this? Since, like you said, it's gonna be mostly fighting.
Well, we could swing towards like the way it's going to end, or like the incentive to fight. Like, are people getting out? Like, are there pardons for people?
Yeah. What is the win condition?
Or is there a win condition,
Yeah.
or is it just like if you keep fighting and you don't get killed, you're still alive? Is that your prize?
To live until
Someone stronger kills you.
Oh,
That's pretty dark.
that's pretty dark. Or do we just do it until last man standing, and then our boys have to turn on each other because they're probably villain or Balloon Man is gonna get killed the episode after he reveals his true identity, and then it becomes Melt Man versus
The Pied Piper.
the Pied Piper.
We didn't find a protagonist that was a protagonist. We might have wanted to add one more. It's too late now.
Do you want to add a fourth?
I don't have anything that's jumping out at me
I
as a
don't
dumb
either.
power to throw in there. Other than like the power to shoot spiders from your nipples or something.
The Apache Tracker.
The ability to be conventionally attractive over time. That's a straight up power from Worm.
What was it?
That's a power in Worm that someone has.
What is it? No, what is it?
Their body is subtly changing over time to become what is like conventionally considered attractive, and they don't have control over it. They're just becoming more attractive over time. The more people they come in contact with, the sense of what is attractive is like sucked into their DNA, and they're slowly changing. And that's a power in Worm.
Wow.
It's half a power in Worm.
I would say that's not useful. I mean, it's useful, but not useful at all.
Now.
I think we did it. I think we have a show.
I think so too. Eric, would you watch this?
I would.
I would too. Let's make a name for this boyo.
Let's name this piece. Ah, dude, the best one.
What?
Wild card. Do whatever.
Oh, hey.
I'm gonna name it Apple.
Huh? Apple?
Apple.
Hero Land Wonderland.
No, that's dumb.
I agree.
Almost said it out loud.
Nope. Can't do that one.
Well, we could. Let's not though.
No. That last part's a registered trademark. Or part of a registered trademark. Smash?
You want to call this "Let Me Smash"?
No. To say the last part of COS is part of a registered trademark.
The anagram is also Church of Scientology. I remember having that conversation with someone, and they were like, "Well, should we use the acronym? It's Church of Scientology." I'm like, I don't think anyone's going to confuse the two.
Turns out.
Turns
Then the Fire Nation.
Turns out Tom Cruise was tragic all along. What if we called it something like Final Hero?
Last Man Standing. With Tim Allen.
Player Unknown's Hero Ground. Who's the main character of our team? Is it? It's the guy with the
It's Pied Piper, right?
It's Pied Piper, right? Because Meltman wants to die and Balloon Boy.
Man's a traitor. Wow, Pied Piper's our secret protag, huh?
That's like Earjack being the hero, the protagonist of My Hero.
Yeah. Just wait for her to get her own spin-off.
There's already 2 or 3 spin-offs now. I mean, might as
What?
well. Isn't there?
Is there?
Pretty sure. Oh, there's at least 2.
In manga?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck! Who are they around? Are they not around anyone?
One's called Vigilantes, and I forget the name of the other one. What do we want to call this?
What are we gonna call this? I don't know.
It's too much freedom, this card that's freedom.
No. can't handle this freedom. The founding fathers were wrong. Final Heroes, though, right?
Final Hero's all right. Death by Hero?
Death by Hero? Last Hero Standing?
I like Death by Hero more than Last Hero Standing.
Yeah.
Because it kind of tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Like it's like a firing squad of heroes against a firing squad of heroes.
Death by Hero.
You could go with Death by Hero. That could work.
This freedom isn't free.
All right. Take us home.
All right. I think we did it. And we already went over it. Eric and I would both watch, I think, the heckin' hell out of this show.
We'd watch the freaking freak out of this.
Oh, yeah. I say this is like right up my alley, I think.
Yeah, DJ really likes non-orthodox superheroes. That's why Squirrel Girl's his favorite comic book.
How dare you even say that? Don't put those in there.
Really fine.
You son of a bee. Anyways, everyone, thank you for staying with us throughout this nonsense. If you have any ideas for things that can go in the hats, please leave them in the comments on the YouTube video.
Or if you have ideas for superheroes that we should have made instead.
Or that. Until next time, Eric, do you have anything else?
I just want to say that we need to stop plate tectonics.
Good night, everyone.